Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Trek Domane Plus AL5 electric road bike. The Trek Domane Plus series of road bikes combines electrical assist with the comfortable ride and endurance geometry that has made the Domane bike so popular. It's a natural combination as the e-assist allows riders to ride even further than before while enhancing the ride quality with the integrated battery. Normally we'd show you the unboxing procedure here in this part of the review, but because most people are going to pick this up from the store, we're just going to jump right into the specs. We have the Domane Plus AL5, which is the most affordable aluminum variation. Retails for $3,500, significantly less than the SL6, which is $8,500. This has a 250 watt HyDrive hub motor, and that's driven by a torque sensor in the bottom bracket to give you a natural and intuitive feel. This has the 100 series alpha aluminum for a really comfortable and affordable ride. You have the Shimano R7000 component set, including the hydraulic disc brakes, which gives you a nice smooth ride and a lot of confidence while you're descending. You also have all the utility you expect with the rack and fender mounts integrated in the frame with these stealthy little rubber covers. This bike as equipped is 31 pounds and that's the 56 centimeter variation. To provide you a little bit of context, Trek offers three main series of road bikes: the Domane, which is known for their endurance geometry and comfortable ride, Amande, which is lightweight, skinnier tires, and then you have the Madone, which is their aero racing bike. Within each of them, you can spec them out all the way from a few grand to over $10,000. Within the Domane Plus lineup, you can see the full lineup here. You have the $3,500 AL5, which we have here with the 105 in aluminum, but you can go all the way to $13,000 with the Dura-Ace Di2 and their SLR lineup with the carbon fiber frame. The most affordable SLR is the $8,500 one, which has a 105 Di2, but the same carbon fiber frame. Visually, it's hard to tell apart the Domane Plus from the standard Domane series of bikes. You have that classic endurance geometry and a really nicely proportioned frame that hides the battery inside the downtube. We have the metallic silver here, but it's also available in red and black. You don't get the flashy colors like you do with the SLR, but still looks good. Components are a mix of in-house Bontrager Elite parts, as well as the Shimano 105 series. You can see controlling the e-bike is very simple. You have two buttons, a little button on each side of the hood. The left one will increase the assist level, the right one will decrease it between the three available modes. The 105 shifters here are very nice. 105 used to be the lowest level, but really feels as good as it gets now. So a lot of that trickle-down technology from the Dura-Ace have come down to here, so it's nice, smooth, and simple to operate. Domane printed on the top tube, this black stripe, and that hides an integrated monitor, so it's flushly mounted in there. It shows you the battery level and assist level. The battery is indicated by the horizontal bars, and then the squares indicate the assist level. So you can see when you hit the buttons, they will increase to show the mode between 0 all the way up to 3, and a big power button to turn off that display. So it's really a nice design that almost completely hides the e-assist modes. You have direct mounted hydraulic disc brakes on the front and rear, as well as internally routed cables through the fork, as well as for the rear shifter and brakes, so everything's nicely hidden. Charging the battery is easy with a little hidden socket here. You just open up the cover, plug in the provided cable, and then charge it. The only sign that something's amiss here is the bottom bracket, which is a little bit bigger and has the welding marks from the factory when they install the battery and the torque sensor. The rear brake also is directly mounted, no additional brackets. And then the rear, you can see the big hub motor. This is one of the big downsides of this bike. You can't just swap in a rear wheel as it has a custom spacing. You have a nice Shimano 105 with the 11-speed setup and a very big cassette on the rear that lets you climb. The other nice thing here is you have hidden mounts, so you have fork and fender mounts that let you put racks or bike fenders, and you can see they have little rubber covers, so when you're not using them, it's almost completely hidden. With this bike, you can also run pretty wide tires, so you can use this on or off-road. You get a standard saddle here. It's called the Verse, and it has a nice little center cutout, which is pretty comfortable, but you may want to upgrade this. When it comes to electric bikes like the Domane Plus AL5 that we have here, we usually ask two questions. Can I ride this bike without power, comfortably? And then with the power on, does it feel natural and does it improve the performance? For the first question, the answer is a yes. You can easily ride this bike without ever turning on the motor, as you have the nice, smooth, classic geometry that Domane is known for, so it's very comfortable. It's more upright than the racy bikes, and with the 32mm tires, carbon fiber seat post, and fork, It's a very smooth and comfortable ride that really dampens all the vibrations on the road. Now obviously with 31 pounds and the battery in the downtube, it is a heavy bike, so you feel that. It's less responsive and fast on flats and climbs compared to the Emande or lighter bikes like the Tarmac. So you definitely know that you have extra weight, but it's still very comfortable, and if you're doing longer rides and you're not trying to do constant sprints or win a race, it's a great combination. Now when it comes to the e-assist, we're also impressed with that. With the hub motor here, it's not quite as natural as a mid-mount motor, but it still feels fairly natural. It almost feels like someone's pushing you from behind in the higher assist modes, while the lower ones are a little more seamless. This is only a level 1 bike, which means it does cut out at 20, so most of the assist mode is better suited for climbs. So if you're doing a long, slow climb, you want to use the assist mode to make it easier. Even in eco mode, we're really impressed with the power. This is not really a big motor, but the lighter weight of this compared to other e-bikes, and then the gearing on here means you can really go up steep climbs, even in eco mode, very comfortably. The range on the bike is 55 miles, but if you do a lot of climbs, we found the range to come down drastically. On the climb that you can see in this video, this was about 3,600 feet and 33 miles, which almost drained the whole battery. So we do recommend using the range extending battery if you plan to do longer rides. We do wish there were more assist modes than the 1 to 3. We felt like eco mode was a little stronger than we would have liked. It would have been nice to have a sub-eco mode, or be able to do 5% increments or 10% increments instead of jumping between just 3. But otherwise, really simple to use. The big downside of this hub motor setup is the fact that it doesn't quite feel as natural as a mid-mount motor, which would apply power directly at the crank, and the hub spacing is more unique with the setup, so you can't just swap out a wheel. One of the cool features about this bike is that there is an app for the HyDrive rear motor. So you can download the Hyena app and then connect it to the bike by double tapping the power button with it on, and you'll see the display will go blue to indicate that it's connecting. From here, you get the registration information and a little information from the bike automatically transmitted. Within the app, you have a couple options. You can track your rides, but the most important thing here is you can actually tune the assist mode. So as you can see, there's 3 assist modes, and you can adjust them between that 33% area. So for each one, you can make it either more or less. By default, it's about 12% with a gradual rise in the modes. But if you wanted more power, you can crank them up. And if you wanted less, you could also reduce it. It's a really cool feature, and it really lets you customize it. I do wish there were more modes than 3, but at least with this app, you can customize the experience. There's also a charge alert here, so you can actually add a little notification from the app to your phone. The battery gets under a certain percentage. Now let's go over the scorecard for the Domane Plus AL5. We're going to grade on 4 different categories: design, components, handling, and value. For design, we give it an A. It's a very well-proportioned bike. It doesn't really look like an e-bike, as the battery is really hidden in a downtube, and then you just have the hub motor in the rear. Component-wise, I'd also give it an A. You have smooth Shimano 105 shifting with the hydraulic disc brakes that give you nice braking. For handling, we'd also give that an A because you have the endurance geometry. It's really comfortable, even though it doesn't have the elastomer that Domane is known for. Between the wide tires, the carbon fiber fork and seat post, it's a very smooth ride, and it descends really well due to that extra weight. And for value, we'd also give this an A because it's an affordable e-road bike that rides a lot like a standard road bike, but it's just a little bit heavier as you have the battery on there. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.